Hi, my name is Sandra, and in this video I will show you how to paint a greeting card in watercolor. So what do we need for this project? So we will need the following items: paper towel, ruler, pencil, ink pencils, brushes, washi tape, eraser, water obviously, and watercolor, and some paper. I cut the paper in a standard size, and that paper is like a very common paper, is a Canson brand. So we will get started. So for the first project, you will need the pencils. You can have like a bigger one and a small one, the paper towel, and you don't need to draw anything because it's very simple. So I have the colors, and I mix some green colors. If you have just one green, you can just add a little bit of brown or red, and that is gonna make it more organic. And you can have different shades and different tones of green. So I have 4 green colors, different ones. And you don't need too much pigment. Just with a little bit you can have like a lot to work with. So after that I started to draw some lines, small ones, bigger ones, along the old paper. Sorry, you don't have to be very precise for this. It's just a very thin line. I like this project because it's very simple and you can have very good results. So after that I will paint some small leaves with different shapes, bigger ones, smaller ones, small ones, and with different uh, tones of green along the small line. About the paper, you can buy a Canson paper for watercolor, and it's very cheap, and you can prepare and paint so many projects in watercolor. So I encourage you to buy this kind of paper because it has more cotton and you can hold more water on it. So yeah, I'm almost finishing, and with one color I think I will add a little bit of other colors, maybe one with more yellow, I think. Yeah, this one that is more like a sap green, to have different varieties of green on the paper. But you can see it's a very simple project that you can do, especially with Mother's Day approaching. If you want to like do a greeting card with your daughter or your son, that's a very good project. Or just do it by yourself. I mean, you can do this for different activities, and yeah, it's very fun. Okay, almost finished. It's okay, it looks good. We will let this dry and we will start with the second project. I will use like a viridian green, and it's a more dark color, and then I will use a little bit of purple to make this kind of eucalyptus color green, very subtle. And yeah, I use a lot of purple, by the way, in this time on this time, but you have to add just a little bit, just a bit, just a little bit of purple. So you can try it in another paper if you don't want to like try directly first and to watch what color are you gonna use. That's better because you can just try different tones. So when I'm satisfied with the color, I will start drawing my eucalyptus. So before that, I will show you how to draw a simple plant of eucalyptus. So I will start with some seeds on the top and then draw some loose, very loose leaves around the line. You can add another line to make it more realistic, and that's is something that I'm gonna do with the paper after that. Okay, very simple. So we will start with the paper and the paintings. And you see, I will start adding directly the color to the paper. This technique is called wet and dry because you are adding wet painting to a dry surface. You can use as much as pigment as you can, make it very loose. In this case, I take some I wipe some pigment off the paper with the same brush, a dry brush. And if you see in the other leaves, I add a little bit of more pigment. You can always add more pigment if the paper is wet. And yeah, that's it. It's very simple, right? So at this moment I add a little bit more of green and more leaves, very loose leaves. I will add another branch. And if you are not very sure about the shape, you can always clean with your dry brush and start again. And add some more pigment if you want. Yeah, more seeds, more leaves. I like this green color. I think it's very unique. And I think for a greeting card or a postcard to send some regards and greetings to your family or friends is a very nice idea. Adding some more color. We are almost done. By the way, I have some paintings. If you want to give it a try, just send me a message and I will give it to you. You don't have to buy like a very expensive paintings to try it out, especially if you are new to watercolors. So I have some that I'm not using anymore. So yeah, just send me a message. So we are almost done here. I add some hint of color on the top and we will let it dry. Sorry. So for bonus, this is a very small painting. If you want to try it for another wedding card, it's a flower. I think the name is Snowdrops. So I use like a gray color, a very, very, very transparent gray color to make it like almost the shade of the plant. So I did just small drops one in the center and the other ones around the flower. And yeah, I did I think three flowers for this time. When I'm done, I'm happy with the result. I add some green, like a more green with yellow color, like a very springy color. And I add some green on the top of the flower. And then I made a very thin line. And as you see, I had some accident in the last flower, but I will try to fix it. So don't worry, don't worry. You can just always use a paper towel to dry the excess of the water. But little happy accidents as Bob Ross, you know. So then I take some paint off. Okay, adding more color. I will add some leaves also, and I add like a more dark green on the top to make the shades of the plant. Mhm. And I had another accident. Mhm. Sometimes it happened, especially because I was very nervous. And I think this is make videos and like paint with cameras are not very are very complicated actually. I, if you want to add some more color, remember you have to let it dry a little bit. If you want to like make it a very vibrant color, so let it dry and then add some more color on the top. And now we are adding some leaves, very loose and long leaves for this flower. It doesn't have to be perfect because we will add some pencil on the top, and with a green color you can add like different colors or pencils on the top, so you don't have to be perfect. Now I'm adding some gray. I'm not using, this is not like black, this is a very dark gray color, and I will add some details like on the borders of the flower for more shading details. Yeah, very simple. And remember, if you made a mistake and you don't want the color, you can always clean your brush and take it off. Oh, I had another mistake there, but don't worry, we will fix it with the pencil. So don't be worried and just play around the watercolors. It's very funny, I think, and it's a good way to express your creativity. I mean, all the paintings and all the art supplies give you some sort of freedom. We are almost done. I add a little bit of dark green on the top again, and these are the final results. When you have the dry paint ready, I started with a pencil, an ink pencil to draw some lines on the top of the painting, and this is very simple, but I think it will make it pop. So I add some lines on the petals, some dots, and yeah. And I did the same for the 3 cards that I did. With the leaves, I add some lines, and I think it looks nice. Alright, ready. Next one. With the next one, we did the same actually with the eucalyptus plant. So I draw some lines around the leaves. This is a very thin pencil. So yeah, that's it, very simple. If you don't want it, you don't need to do it. I mean, it's up to you. But I think it will make it pop a little bit more. It depends of your style also. I think without the line is also okay. So it depends. Finally, I think I added like a very long line around the painting. Mm-hmm. All right, ready. And I think I prepared some yellow, yeah, and I add some like lines, like some small dots of yellow around the plant to make it more whimsical. And in this one, I add a little bit of red, like a small dots. Like a rain of red color. And in this card, I just add a small phrase. In my case, I wrote miss you. You can add whatever you want. You can also find some very good lettering on Google, and you can just like try to mimic the same words. But I didn't add more things in this card because I think it looks nice. It looked nice. And I had a mistake, so I add a little bit of more like a very dark color to hide the mistake. So yeah. Okay, so I'm taking the washi tape off. Yeah, that's it. I hope you like it. If you want more videos or more tips, you can just send me a message. This is my first video. I'm very happy. So thank you for watching, and let me know if you want another tutorial.